When I was a senior in college, I got involved with our school literary magazine, which happened to be an art and literary magazine for student and faculty members. And it was also open to alumni. It was a little different than the literary magazine that had originally existed at our school, which was pretty low in quality, and there were a lot of people who actually wouldn't submit their work to it because they didn't want it to be seen alongside of things that were pretty juvenile. So, in my senior year, a couple of us got together with some professors and we decided to put together this new literary magazine that would target a broader audience and, hold up a higher standard with the work that we accepted and were willing to publish. And it turned out to be something that was quite successful, and I was really proud to be a part of it. We decided to go with a female theme originally, because we felt that that was something that was really lacking in our college community as well. So our theme was women in a lifespan, but we didn't exclude men. In fact, we had many male students on staff, and one of our sponsoring professors was a man. So it certainly wasn't limiting in that sense. And it was also very interesting because we got to target a lot of social issues that were very much swept under the carpet at our school, which tended to be very conservative. And we did a lot with sexual harassment, and we tried to target different issues that we felt the other literary magazines weren't even coming close to approaching. Our previous magazine really just had a lot of what I think people think of as overly dramatic, the kind of things you might see more in a high school setting. And I think that we kind of stepped things up a bit with the magazine that we put out, and we wound up winning an award for it, which gave us a bigger budget and was really nice after our first year of putting it out. And we were able to put together a pretty quality publication. It was a lot of work. I mean, I was going to school full time while I was working on this, and because I was editor-in-chief, I was responsible for pretty much everything. I had the final say on all the submissions, and I also had to just make sure that we made all the deadlines. I had to get the thing to print when it was time to send it to print, and I had to deal with the budget. I had to figure out how much everything was going to cost, how much we could afford. I had to work with the art directors, which wasn't always an easy task because the art directors and the editors who were in charge of the literary end of it didn't always see eye to eye on everything. And because a lot of the art was going to be illustrating some of the writing, we had some political differences, which I had to, try to smooth over. And in the end, we put out something that we were really happy with. And I actually think that it was working on this magazine that helped me to get the job that I have now that I'm out of college, because it's really hard when you come from a college setting where you're just doing a lot of academic writing to, the working world where they want to see that you can actually make something transfer into, a publishing type setting. So I think the fact that I was able to get that whole project off the ground in college really helped me. It gave me something a little different to put in my portfolio, because other than that, it was really just going to be a lot of the kind of work that every college student has to show for themselves by the time they finished, 4 years in any institution. So I'm pretty happy that I was able to do that.